It is happening to me now, but it is going to happen to you in the future.
The political game has shifted. On August 15th, 2025, the IEBC officially gazetted Consolata Nabwire wa Kwabubi as a nominated senator for UDA, ending the controversial tenure of Gloria Orwoba. Orwoba's downfall wasn't just about politics. It was about sex for favors allegations, open defiance of her party, and a bold embrace of William Ruto's rivals. The story of her rise and fall is a mirror of the ruthless discipline UDA is enforcing ahead of 2027.
I complained in the official WhatsApp group that, listen here, I think because I said I'm not going to sleep with this guy and I don't want to participate in his sexual advances, that is why I am being removed from certain trips, I'm being removed from certain legislative agenda, my bills are being put at the back, that is why I'm being targeted with unlawful and all sorts of crazy things and shenanigans, such as 6 months suspension. That is why also, as you can see, they forced me to put in an apology, which Jeremiah Nyegenye, through that committee that prepared, added his name. And remember when I was telling you people that this guy is going to use this thing in court, he went and used it in court as a submission.
The gazettement is now official. Orwoba's seat has been declared vacant, and Nabwire has already stepped in. With a background in public administration and deep ties in Bungoma, Nabwire strengthens UDA's grip in Western Kenya. But behind her entry is a story of scandal, rebellion, and political exile. Orwoba was expelled from UDA on May 19, 2025. The charges? Disloyalty, gross misconduct, and defiance of party discipline. She openly aligned with Fred Matiang'i, welcoming him at JKIA and standing by him at Gusii Stadium. For UDA, that was crossing the line. Party leaders saw it as betrayal, endorsing a man tipped to challenge Ruto in 2027.
What is inappropriate with Senator Gloria?
But the controversy didn't start there. In 2023, Orwoba went public with sexual harassment claims, accusing a senior Senate official of making advances and alleging colleagues earned allowances in exchange for sexual favors. Explosive claims, but no evidence.
As a woman and as a senator, I find it very uncomfortable, very inappropriate. This is the period stigma that is making our girls kill themselves. We have a girl who killed herself because of the same issue that I'm going through. And now I understand why. Because it is the women who actually are trying to make this a crime.
The Senate Committee of Powers and Privileges ruled she had breached parliamentary privilege and suspended her for 79 days. Her bold stance won her sympathy outside Parliament, but left her isolated inside. On February 12, 2025, the Senate enforced her suspension, given 1 minute to speak.
So you either read this apology as prescribed, or you go think about it and come back at any day, any time that you be willing to read it as is prescribed.
I am not going to trade a salary for something that has not been investigated. I can stay without the salary, I can stay without the position, Mr. Speaker, and I still continue to say it is unfair that someone who has reported a matter is being taken through this.
Orwoba apologized to colleagues and staff, a rare moment of humility. Whether it was genuine remorse or political survival is debatable, but the damage was done.
Speaker, I am going to read the apology without any omission, and I am going to fulfill, because that is a procedure of the House.
Her suspension wasn't the end. Her open support for Fred Matiang'i sealed her fate. At a time when Ruto is consolidating UDA's base, standing with Matiang'i was political suicide. By May 21st, Speaker Amason Kingi declared her seat vacant. Orwoba tried fighting back. She petitioned the High Court to block her removal, but Justice Lawrence Mugambi dismissed the case. The ruling was clear. If she had issues, she should take them to the political party's dispute tribunal. That legal door may still be open, but politically, the chapter closed the moment IEBC gazetted Nabwire.
Let Kenyans see who has been traveling, how much they have been using in the travel, how frequent they travel, who they travel with, and what that means to the taxpayers. Because the moment they put out the travel report, you will see Jeremiah Nyegenye in a plane every day with someone and someone and someone. And those are people who are playing ball. You will see the leadership of the House in a plane to wherever constantly with certain people. You will see even the Speaker of the House constantly in some travel with certain people. So that's the basic thing. So I know there's a price to be paid, but let me tell you something. I believe that God puts me in Parliament for a reason. And evil will never win.
So who is stepping in? Consolata Nabwire Wakwabubi, a Bungoma native, project planning expert and a former county administrator. She once faced fraud allegations but was cleared before resigning in 2017. She's a loyal UDA foot soldier and, unlike Orwoba, has already pledged her allegiance to Ruto and Kenya Kwanza. This saga isn't just about one senator. It's about UDA drawing a line, loyalty or exit. By replacing Orwoba with Nabwire, UDA is tightening control and strengthening its western base. Orwoba, meanwhile, hints at 2027 ambitions, possibly alongside Matiang'i. The question is, will her scandal-ridden past sink her, or will she reinvent herself as a martyr of political oppression?
Every single person that has worked in Parliament or has had an interaction in Parliament will tell you there is sexual harassment in Parliament. They will tell you they don't speak about it because this is what happens to you when you speak about it. So, and I mean, we are living the times where we have seen even politicians being put on platforms and being told to turn around so that we can see you're behind. This is a culture that somebody has to say no to. And I know that there's a price to pay to say no to that. And I'm willing and ready and capable to pay the price, because I was raised as a person who does not exchange sexual favors for whatever. That is not how my father raised me. And anyone who has been in my space knows, in fact, wanasema unajiringa, unajifanya, but that is not who I am. And there are many girls and many women who are finding themselves in compromising situations. You saw how Sabina Chege, actually a woman of her stature and her age, just succumbed to turning around to show her behind, because that is how the powers that be force it. So I want to say this to Jeremiah Nagenya and to the public that cares to listen. No one has investigated. No one has investigated. Ever since I put up and said, listen guys, this guy is punishing me for saying no, not one single independent body or person has investigated and found that indeed Jeremiah Nagenya is innocent.
Orwoba is out, Nabwire is in. But the bigger story is the message UDA just sent. Defy us and you are done. For Orwoba, the path ahead may be in opposition politics. For UDA, the focus is on discipline and control before 2027. Do you think Orwoba was unfairly punished for speaking out, or was this simply a case of party discipline? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Newsroom, Maisha TV, Bushabe Jr.